What's up, everybody? Torey Tolson here. So I'm down in the South, home, Louisiana. Check out my shirt here. Got my Louisiana in the state of Ohio. So repping home, both of my homes there. So today I figured that my mom is doing some red beans and rice, right? So if we're gonna be doing red beans and rice, and we down in the South, we gotta have some, not just plain jiffy cornbread. We gotta do some buttermilk cornbread to go with these red beans and rice, right? So my mom is here with me. Say hello.
Hi.
And we're gonna whip up some buttermilk cornbread to go with our red beans and rice, okay? So first, Mom, let's just show them our red beans and rice over here. So we got our red beans and rice, got our rice ready, got our beans ready over here with little, what kind of meat is in here?
Smoked sausage and ham hocks.
Got smoked sausage and ham hocks in here. She knows I'm not a pork eater anymore, but I couldn't get her to put the turkey pieces in there. But that's all right. We got our beans going, and those are ready. So our ingredients for our cornbread is, and before I start, I just want to say, don't pay attention to my measurements because we're doing a big batch of cornbread. So if you're just doing this for your family, 9 people or so, 7, 8 people, then probably cut everything that I'm going to put in this bowl in half, okay? Because we're making a lot. All right. So our ingredients today is, I have a stick of butter that I've just melted. There we got some flour, got some sugar, got some cornmeal, some salt, some light brown sugar, got some eggs there. We got some baking powder, and we got some vegetable oil there, and then 4 eggs are over there. So we are going to get started. So what we do is pretty much wet to dry ingredients. All right, so we'll get started on our wet ingredients first, okay? So my mom's gonna help me out. So like I say, we got our butter in there. So Mom, to that we want to put a ½ cup of oil in it. All right, that's the third. All right, so we're gonna put a ½ cup of oil in here. And yep, and we're just gonna whisk that together, okay? Get our oil out of the way, and then we're gonna start with our sugars. So we have regular sugar and we got brown sugar. So Mom, we want to do a 1/3 cup of regular sugar, and then a ½ cup of brown sugar. We're putting our regular sugar in there. And a ½ cup of the brown sugar.
Oh, that was a ½ cup I had all the way.
Yep. Just use this. Cut the water off. All right, so we got our regular sugar in, and we're gonna put our brown sugar in there. And then next, we're gonna get the star ingredient, which is our buttermilk. So as she's getting that, I'm gonna get my buttermilk out.
This was a ½ cup.
All right, so we got our brown sugar in there. We're gonna stir that up. And now we'll put in our buttermilk and our eggs. So Mom, as you start to crack our eggs there, I will get our buttermilk together.
One egg in here?
Eggs. Yep, all of the eggs. Okay. And for our buttermilk, we're gonna do 1 1/4 cup of the buttermilk. So we got our buttermilk in. So 1 1/4 of the buttermilk. Okay. All right. So now that we have put in our butter, our oil, our brown sugar, our regular sugar, our buttermilk, and our eggs in a separate bowl, we will start with our wet ingredients. I'm sorry, our dry ingredients, yeah. So I'm going to trade this out. Don't throw that away. And we're going to start with our dry ingredients. So for our dry ingredients, we have flour, salt, cornmeal, and then our baking powder. Okay? Okay, Mama, so now we need to start with our flour. All right? So our flour, we're going to put in 2 cups of our flour. All right? So we got 1 cup here. And 2 cups. Okay, go play. Okay, I'm gonna get it. And we got 2 cups. Okay, get that out of the way. So now, Mom, we want to put in 1 1/2 cups of cornmeal. We'll make it. All right, so we got our cornmeal in. We want a teaspoon of salt. Got a teaspoon of salt here. Teaspoon of salt. And then we got our baking powder. So we want to put baking powder. Got a tablespoon. Just a little bit over a tablespoon. Okay. All right. So now we just want to incorporate that. Yeah, we put the sugar in with the brown sugar. Yeah. So incorporate that for me. So again, I told you I'm making a big batch, so cut all of this stuff in half if you're, just doing one for some cornbread for 5 or 6 people. So now that we have our dry ingredients done, we're going to start to slowly incorporate those dry ingredients into our wet ingredients. And constantly give that a stir. There are so many variations of cornbread. You don't have to stick to one thing. You got the hot water cornbread. People take the Jiffy and mix it with regular. People take the regular cornmeal flour mixture, butter and egg with the baking powder and salt and put that in. But there's so many variations of cornbread. Just, you just do what you think that tastes good. If you want something more on the sweet side or want something that's less sweet, there's so many different variations. So, but I just thought, being down south, we're doing the red beans and rice today. that this buttermilk cornbread would be a nice little addition on the side. And it has what you saw with the brown sugar and the regular sugar. It's going to have a sweetness to it as well. So that will work for us. Also, another tip for you, if you don't have buttermilk, okay, so we got that mixed up. What I was saying was that if you don't have buttermilk, if you decide you want to do this and you don't have buttermilk, a nice little substitution is if you take regular milk and put a tablespoon of either lemon juice or vinegar in it. It's a great substitution, so you don't have to stop cooking and go to the store again. If you don't have the buttermilk, you can do regular milk, whole milk, with a tablespoon of either lemon juice or vinegar, and it gives you the same result. Okay, so we have our cornbread mixture ready there. You see it's thick consistency, and now we have our buttered dish here, and Mom, we're gonna fold this right into the pan, and you're gonna bake this for 350 for about 25 to 30 minutes. Okay. And then you'll have a nice cornbread loaf there to go with as a side dish, a complement to whatever you're cooking there. Okay, getting all that cornbread out. Now we're gonna just smooth it around. Don't want to leave any cornbread in there. So there we go. We got our cornbread mixture. You can see the little corner with the butter. Those are gonna make that nice little crispy edge that people like on their cornbread. Beautiful yellow color here with the cornmeal and the flour mixture, but that buttermilk is gonna be the secret taste that's gonna give it just the flavor and the creaminess that we need to move forward. Mom. All right, so we're going to just plop this right in the oven. Okay. Okay. Right. We got that in. So now you have it. So that's it, everybody. Really quick and easy there. Baking 350 for 25 to 30 minutes. Because you don't want to overcook cornbread. It will get really dry. But thank you to my sous chef. Tell everybody bye.
Bye.
And we'll be back to you this week. But everybody, I hope you're having happy holidays and enjoying family and friends. And for those of you where Christmas is a hard time because you've lost a loved one, just, you know, get around some family and friends and just be surrounded by love, because, you know, Jesus is the reason for the season. So don't worry about those gifts and that kind of thing. Stick with your memories and we keep going. So I love you. And there's nothing you can do about it. So happy holidays, everybody. But we'll be back 30 minutes or so. Them red beans and rice. And some nice buttermilk cornbread. All right. I'll see you next time, everybody. Torey Tolson here. Let's get cooking. So let me know if you try it and how it comes out. But post some food this week with your holiday food. So I'll see you guys. If you're just joining, rewatch the video. We did some buttermilk cornbread to go with our red beans and rice for today. But stay tuned, and I'll post you a final picture later. All right, peace out, guys. Thanks.